Time flies when you're having fun, right? I think so too. And 13 years can certainly fly by too when you're building a company such as ours. And here to tell you all about it, all about what happened during the last year, and to share some anecdotes is our CEO, Maciej Dziergwa.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so happy to have you all here and meet with you after 1 year. I was wondering why my presentation is called closing presentation. I would call it opening presentation because it's not the end of the event. What I would like to share with you is my personal view on the values, on STX Next values. It will be probably the first and the last non-technical presentation during this event, so hope you enjoy it. Before I go to my story about values, the one I would like to share with you, I would like to just do a quick recap about 2017 for those who were not able to see me, to hear me inside the company. So just 2 or 3 slides about 2017 and what happened. Of course, we grew like every year. We almost reached 300 people at the end of 2017. I'm pretty sure we'll be this year pretty soon we'll be celebrating 300 people in STX Next. So constantly we are month by month and year by year we are growing. But 2017 was very special from different awards point of thing. We were nominated and accepted to two international awards. One is Technology Fast 50 done by Deloitte company in Eastern Central Europe. And the second one, we're just nominated to 1,000 European fastest growing companies by Financial Times. This is something new here. And we were recognized by the Clutch company. Clutch is this company that is doing assessment of different technology company, and eventually we managed to be placed #1 in the Python and Django top developers in 2017. For many years we've been at second position, which we're doing our best, all of us, all STX Next employees, to achieve it. And I just wanted to let you know that couple of weeks ago we managed to be ranked as #1 in this ranking. Then last year, when we gathered at Summit 2017, I announced you that we plan to open office in Gdańsk. It actually happened. We are placed in very nice, cozy building in Gdańsk. The opening was very successful. Right now, the office is 16 people. Of course, it's led by Wojtek as planned. We also grew some competences. The world is technology world is changing pretty fast, and we follow after it. So we defined a new role in STX Next, that is automation tester specialist. I must say that we are almost 20 people in this role. We also managed to start 4 cryptocurrencies projects. And we introduce or grow, because it was introduced many years ago, a product design team that supports our development teams with UX, UI designs, visuals, communication strategy. As a matter of fact, product design is a great success. The team is run by Victor, who made this really happen, because the team grew from 1 person last year to 7 people, and I'm pretty sure that at the end of the year will be much above 10 people, and will at least double before the next summit will come. We managed to support over 15 clients already with the product design, and we always receive very, very positive feedback about additional value, extra value that this particular part of work of our competences is bringing to the projects we are doing together with our clients. Then it was just small summary of 2017. Now I would like to share you a little bit of a little bit story about values. At the beginning of this year, January, it was one gloomy January in Poland, very short, dark days, like every day. Both management and recruitment team gathered, almost 20 people altogether in the room, and we make workshop on strategy and discovering values. I would say it's a value rediscovery. Because the values are something that is already here, is not something that we define. That's why it was called the discovery process. This is something that is in the organization. So we gathered together to try to rediscover it, to see what are our current values, what we think that are our current values. So we started the workshop, and this was one of the first time when I was playing the just regular role, not as a leader of the team of this workshop, but I was just a participant. The workshop was led by our software delivery director, Łukasz, who managed and coordinated this workshop. So we started, and then I stepped in as CEO and said, well, guys, maybe it's a waste of time of working of these values, because as a matter of fact, this company, this is the company I built, so probably will be my values anyway. I received quick feedback. It was not the positive feedback, I would say, because I'm learned to the feedback culture, and I try to introduce this culture to the company. So I received this and accepted this feedback, and came back to my role and allowed other people to run the workshop as planned. At the beginning, maybe a little bit of skeptical, but I must say that I'm a very open person to different things, so I wanted to give it a try. So we started this workshop, and I must say that I was very, very surprised by the quality and effects we received at the end, because the plan was to define 3, maybe maximum 4, but I think I remember the limit was 3 values, and it was not supposed to be my values. That's something that I will have. This is what we have. This is what I would like we have. It was really a group of almost 20 people. The result of these 20 people working for a couple of hours on these values. At the end, we managed to define 5 values, and it was really opposed the plan and the leader of the meeting. But I think the group decided altogether that it is not possible to define or to say that STX is only 3 values, because we'd be missing something. Something is that is really in the NDA of STX. So we discovered these values, and I would like to share now my personal view on these values, or what I think is about it from really my point of view, because these are actually not the values that I said it is, or I discovered. These are other people that discovered or said, this is what is STX Next about. So let's start with the first one, team power. I will be not talking too much about STX Next, but about my experience and what I think about these values, if I identify myself with them. So for me, the team power team was something that I was always thinking that I'm the team player myself, and this is what I think we have been working since the beginning. So of STX Next at the first couple of years, and I think Tomek and Radek that did this machine learning presentation remember, because they remembered that times. We have been working for many different clients in the same time. So one developer was working for many different clients, many different projects. Of course, Agile probably was not on the market at that time, and I found that it's not very effective. So one of the first goals was to make sure that one developer is working on the one client, and later I managed to come to the situation that is this one team that is working only for one client at the same time. So there is no content switching. There is this time to build the team spirit inside the team, but also the collaboration with the client, because we see team as a little bit bigger team together with the client. So I would say that it was always in my mind. I always wanted to steer the company in the direction of team power. And today I must say that I receive a lot of positive feedback of this is the one of the most focused on or mentioned values, especially for people that are living STX Next, because when person is living STX Next, they always are very open and gives you always real feedback, not the positive feedback, nor maybe very negative, but true feedback. And they always say one thing, the best thing about STX Next is team spirit, team morale, that this is what they liked most about STX Next is the team. Of course, there is many things how we support this team spirit, team in STX Next. You can see it like our rooms, how they are oriented with the desk around the room, so people anytime two people can just turn around and talk to each other. So there is no any physical obstacles, blockers between people. We have different integrations budget, but one of the if I would be to choose one thing that is very special about STX Next, this is team power, team spirit, team as a basic unit organization in STX Next. Next one is software craftsmanship. Probably as many of you know, I was the first programmer developer in STX Next. I graduated at the Poznań University of Technology, and basically I'm IT person, or my mind is very logical there. So for the first more or less 5 years, there was only technical roles, only developers roles in STX Next. I was always about technology, about how we create the code, focused on technology, none of the marketing, on maybe not on the sales or financial stuff, because I really need time to also learn this stuff. But since the beginning of STX Next, it was always about technology, about quality of software engineering. And this is because this is also my education. And it was also discovered by the team as one of the values of STX Next software craftsmanship. We do a lot of things to support it. One of this is also today's presentations. As you noticed, it was all about technology, not about business, but about technology, because this is what we are about. STX Next is a software house. It is technology oriented, and 80 or 90% maybe even of people are technology people here. So again, I would say maybe it was influenced by me, maybe about my history, my past, but fortunately it was not said. I didn't say it has to be there. It was again other people rediscovered it and said this is what is STX Next about. Continuous improvement. This, I would say, is something that I'm big fan personally. In my private life, I always like to improve everything. Probably I do it exactly the same at work. But if somebody will ask me, is it your value? I would say yes, it is my personal value. This is why it is here in STX Next. But in the same time, probably it is the value for many other people that are in STX Next, because this working group of managers and recruiters said this is the value of STX Next, an important value. One of the things I like to improve a lot is my personal productivity. I'm a big fan of different automation tools that also whatever I do, I like to automate as much as possible. Time tracking, time management, basically efficient time management, and I improve it all the time. For the last couple of years, I believe I did a lot. And still, I believe I have plenty to do in this area in my personal growth. And I see also how how STX Next is growing is by continuous improvement in different areas. but constant improvement. That's why we also probably have a lot of different processes or techniques in the company to support this process, this continuous improvement, feedback culture. Agile is something about continuous improvement there. We do different stuff like happiness index, like onboarding process, exit interviews. This is the place where we learn a lot of true stuff, what people think about STX next, and we always try to take this knowledge and improve on this. So another value that is very close to me personally is continuous improvement. The next one is transparency, and this one I would say is probably not my personal one. I never see myself as a very transparent person. I would say I'm other way around. I'm very closed person, maybe even introverted person. But this is what we think the management and recruitment team thinks is STX Next about, and they give different facts, of course, about it. The things we did throughout the years, things like salary formula. So how we pay to our developers, the clear rules about it, how we invoice our clients, delivering them the clear reports. I remember many years ago, one of the client asked us about invoice that, well, guys, something is not, why is it so big, or why you charge us for so many hours? And in return, I sent him a very detailed time tracking report that we have been using internally. The moment we sent this report, it was like, let's say 200 time records for 1 month. When a client received it, he didn't ask any more question at all, because probably it was too many records to process by him. That just his answer was, well, when you are tracking it so detailed, it looks you have it really under control. And they said that, well, they thank us a lot for being so open with them and sharing this data. We of course have different internal initiatives to spread the knowledge inside company, like angel updates, newsletters, CEO updates, etc., etc. And the last value we decided to be an official value rediscovered from the company is win-win. Again, I would say this is something that is very close to me. I believe, and it was, as a matter of fact, in the first mission statement on the first values I defined probably around 10 years ago. There the win-win was there, and then in the next couple of years it was always coming back. So probably it became a culture, or part of the organization culture in STX Next. The idea comes from at least my personal stories, it comes from the book of Seven Habits of Highly Effective People from Stephen Covey. I came across this book when I was still at the university, and I was very impressed by it. Read it a couple of times, always discovering something new. I recommend it to this book to anybody, because it's very valuable, and it's always up to the time. So I believe it's rule habit number 4 here. It's just telling about that all interest of all sides should be taken into account. So we try to also follow this rule in all day-to-day situations. Whenever we define different things, when we negotiate the contract with the customer, we always use this rule to find the best option for both sides. So not only client, not only STX Next, but two sides. They're always trying to look at the deal from many points of view. Also, this rule is very useful in all the issues or challenges that are not defined strictly. So you don't have the defined rules. I always tend to use this win-win rule to find there is a win for two sides. So basically both sides. And that's it. So it was just small summary of values, of my personal view on the values we recently rediscovered. And now, before we go to the unofficial part of this today event, I would like to just share with you especially with our clients about our plans for the next year or maybe two. 2017 was for STX Next more about internal stuff, about processes, about management team, because we have been growing very fast for the last couple of years. That's why also we are nominated to this awards. And we had to clean up, to organize, to define some internal processes to be able to scale up even more. And I believe it's done. We have a great management team that allows us to grow to more than 500 people, or maybe more if necessary, to open new offices. That Wojtek proved that opening new offices is an almost piece of cake for us right now, at least from my point of view. But as probably most of you know, he already opened second office, because he also opened a Łódź office 3 years ago or 4. So what next? Probably it will be not surprise for you that next is about technology. We sit together and in January and was working on a strategy for the near future, and the answer was one. The strategy is all about technology, about new technologies that are emerging, showing on the market, and also this is what this today event about. We are going now to put a lot of effort, a lot of focus on introducing new technologies to STX Next, and to our clients. The main technologies we are going to focus on, of course, is cryptocurrencies world. This is the blockchain technology. We also consider Golang language, serverless architecture. IoT is something that is also important and close to us. Machine learning, data science, and React Native. Probably there will be other technologies that will emerge even this year that they are not on this slide, and we will be on this working on them too. But this is the most important and the one we defined for now, that we are already focusing this year. And how we are going to do it? We are, I would say, already famous with our technology oriented events. This is of course technology oriented conference there, but we do a lot of internal local stuff with different offices. Internal, we are doing hackathons. So for example, this from this machine learning presentation, it was the hackathon created internally in our offices. We already did an IoT hackathon there. Also, we do a lot of internal training. But also we share the knowledge and do open events like Python has power, QA has power, JavaScript has power, Agile has power, Python local groups in basically on the cities where our office is located. Python communities are mainly around STX Next. We plan to do more and more of this kind of events to learn stuff, to experiment, so we can use later this knowledge for our customers. Then, so STX Next is all about technology events. Probably I will be able next time we'll meet. I will be able to share new kind of events like blockchain has power, or some other stuff like IoT has power. So I'm pretty sure we'll have these events there. And that's it. Now I would like to thank you to the team that was responsible for making this event happen. The team was led by Asia. It's because of Asia that, or thanks to Asia, that we are located here. Our event takes place in Sheraton. She spent really a lot of time and energy to negotiate a good deal for us, so we can accommodate here. So she was, of course, supported by other people. Not everybody is mentioned here. Just the people that did most of the work. I'm pretty sure there was many more people, and I would like to thank you all for supporting us and making this event to happen. So if you can applause to this people. You know, Asha is also responsible for negotiating our offices deals in different cities, so you can imagine what kind of offices we can expect in future if the event is located in the place like this. I already had a chance to give thank you to all the employees during the Christmas speech I do on yearly basis, but I didn't had a chance to give my thanks to to all our clients and partners. Now I would like to thank you. To give thank you to all our clients, partners that work with us, and that also allows to make this event happen, and basically allows STX Next to grow and to share knowledge. So some of the logos you can see here, some of the clients or many of them visited us in our office frequently. Some of them are here for the first time. So I'd like to thank you very much for being with us for many, many years. If we can give thank you to our clients now. And I would like to invite you to the next summit that for sure will take place and probably we'll start to work on it tomorrow or on Monday maybe, just after we finish this, because it takes time to organize such an event. And I have some feeling that the next event will be much bigger than this one. There are different ideas how to make it better. I believe that team that organized this event is ready to some bigger challenge that I'm going to give to them for the next time. So all of you are welcome to next summit. Stay tuned. We'll let you know when and how and where it will take place. So for now, I would like you to enjoy the evening. It's not the closing, it's just an opening for the banquet and evening dances. Thank you very much, and see you later on the dance floor, probably in the bar. Thank you.